Alright, hello everybody. How you doing? Finally, we get Secrets of the Machine God. Finally came out. Sorry it's a little bit late. Had a lot to do after work today, but I'm doing it. 11:45. I'm getting sleepy, but we are going to get through this. So the new map, Clandestium Gloriana, takes us deep into the Hive. Uh, Basically, you're restoring this giant system that they used for some crusade way back when they were trying to get through the Mobian domain. Broke down, froze over. You gotta get in, help Swagger out, and restore the machine. Get everything spinning again. Get all those gears turning. And yeah, it's a little challenging, but it's very fun. The new song is cool. I'll talk a little bit about it more. There's a lot of updates that I'm not gonna get into right now. I do talk about some of them throughout this video, but there was a lot changed. For instance, like even quality of life updates, like when you're trying on headpieces in your character select screen, you can hear like, voice changers. You can see what they're going to do to your voice, see how they affect you. There's a lot of nerfs, a lot of buffs, including, I think I mentioned this too later in the video, the zealot's charge no longer does increased range damage. It only does increased melee damage. That's, meh, but that's alright. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to take a little bit of time to show you the new map and then get into some of the weapons that come along with the new update. They added some cool weapons. In particular, my favorite, the shotgun. It redeems all the other shotguns in my opinion. But yeah, of course, they went ahead and they changed some of the armor damage modifiers against Flak for like Vanguard profiles, strike down damage profiles for Light 1 and Light 2. They added changes to the Ogryn's Atlas MK1 Power Maul. I didn't know people referred to it as Paul, but apparently they do. You can now do a light attack performed during a slide. They made a couple changes to some las guns, which, hey, you know what? I know some fucking idiot on YouTube who made this video about how much he hated las guns at the time. They just felt a little underwhelming. Was my point. Oh, wait, did I say me? I meant some idiot on YouTube. And I think Fat Shark addressed it, They upped some of the damage. They upped some of the power distribution. So, but, I understand. Skill issue, right? Skill issue. But anyways, let's get into the new weapons. We'll talk about that. Before I do that, I just want to mention one other thing. They did update crosshairs. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, they did update weak spot strikes, like weak spot hits. They now kind of show like different color sparks coming out. So that is kind of nice, Alright, the first thing I'm going to start with showing is the pickaxe for the Ogryn. I tried, guys. I tried to get a high level one, but it's 11 o'clock at night and I work in the morning. Please forgive me. I went to Sire Milk and I said, please, sir, take my tokens. And he said, nope, not enough. I tried to get that purple one. And he fucked me on the rolls. So I went ahead and I settled for the green one. But honestly, even the green one still does quite a bit of damage. So these are damnation level enemies. And I am going the heavy hitter talent tree. Pretty much focused on heavy melee attacks. This thing has great pierce. And even for the green, as you can see, it's got some pretty good damage on it. And what surprised me is if you came from Vermintide 2, Barden's pickaxes did not have much cleave on them. They kind of felt like they got stuck in enemies. This has a ton of cleave still, except for that. This still has a ton of cleave. It's got some like diagonal attack patterns. So all in all, a pretty good weapon. Then you mix it with the Bold Rush and the 5 stacks of the heavy hitter Keystone. And it's still got some really decent damage. So I'm sure that if you got the right blessings on it, and then you went ahead and got it to gold, right, you would have a really decent two-handed weapon for Ogryn. So I already showed some of the gameplay of the Bolt Pistol and the Agni MK La IA something Shock Mace. But let's go ahead and just go into what it actually entails. So obviously the Bolt Pistol doesn't have the auto fire that the regular bolt gun has, but it does have a cool ability to like explode on the ground, kind of suppress the enemies around it. It's got some decent accuracy. I honestly like the iron sights on this a little bit better than the regular bolt gun. It's got some kick. Let's just say that it's got some kick. This bolt gun is gold. I don't have any of the blessings for it yet because all these weapons actually have their own blessings. They don't share with any other weapon that you currently have. So this is a decent gun though if you're looking for kind of replacing, like you don't like the stub gun or you don't like the regular bolt gun. This is not bad long range. It's got some pretty decent damage with it, some stagger, and of course, depending on how you build it, like your talent tree, but mixed with the damage that comes out of stealth, for instance, it is pretty decent. I still don't think it replaces my stub gun. I think I like it more, but I also, you know, don't have the proper blessings. I don't have the proper perks, so can't really speak too much on it, but I do like it. I think it's a great weapon. And then, of course, the Agni MKIA La, I still don't know, Shock Mace. It is really good. Unlike other stun weapons in the game, every hit actually adds a little bit of, okay, I'm just doing too much damage, but it does add a little bit of shock to the enemy. So the only ones that I found out that really can't be stunned by it are the mutants. It still does damage to them, but it won't disable them like, say, a maniac, right? So see how they kind of just, you know, spaz out? You can give them a heart attack, right? Especially the snipers. He'll go ahead and collapse here in a second. See what I mean? Massive coronary stroke. But yeah, it stuns every other enemy in the game, which I really like. It's got insane damage. Did I say insane damage? I meant it fucking sucks. But no, it does really have, it has some really decent damage. For being a stun weapon, I thought it was just going to be like, you know, CC them, don't do much, right? But it was pleasant. It was pleasantly surprised. Apparently I'm an it now, but I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it actually does really do some great damage. If they were bunched closer together, you could see it does have some nice horde clear, right? It's sweeping, shocks them for a little bit more damage. It doesn't necessarily disable them on like the regular hits, but the cattle prod poke, really good. Really good, especially when a rager's coming right at you. Gives you a little bit of time to recover, pull this out, right? And one thing that I forgot to show about the bolt gun, so they did mention that there was an attack combo with the bolt gun, the bolt pistol. I'm a little disappointed with it. I was talking to my buddy. We did initially think that it was going to be like, you know, shove them and then kind of like how the Ogryn has their explosive gauntlet, right? You kind of stick it up against them and then just pull the trigger. You do have to do it manually, so you punch them, shoot, but it still has really good capabilities of just clearing out enemies, right? Doesn't, you know, and like I said, I mean, it's a pistol still, so you got to remember that. But this gun does seem to do quite a bit of CC. Knocks people around. So even if you do miss, you know, you're still kind of doing something. Okay. Now it's time to show probably my favorite weapon that they added in the game. Honestly, this gun right here, the Iron Helm Hacker MK4 Assault Shotgun, it really redeemed shotguns for me in this game. I tried to use shotguns before. They're just so underwhelming. But this one is just fantastic. I showed a little bit of it before. But this gun, I mean, the capabilities of it is insane. See, I mean, Maulers stand no chance against it. If you're up against a Rager, easy two-shot. Shooting the double barrel, just that's the special, or that's the ADS attack, right? It shoots both at once. Brace attack. Really good damage on it. Especially coming out of stealth. With that extra damage buff, I mean, you see, it just shot right through them. These are damnation level enemies. A muti's coming charging at you, boom. You're still gonna get hit, but you know, it's alright. But with the stealth buff, you know, it will do some damage. Ogryns, I mean, I don't believe this gun has much armor piercing potential, so Ogryns are still gonna have to be dealt with your crack grenades, but again, that's no big deal. Reapers still take some damage, but it's just easier to kill them with your crack grenade. But every other enemy in the game is, you know, nothing. It has great horde clear potential. Can pierce enemies. All in all, a really fantastic gun. I can see it going really well with the Zealot. Okay, so with the assault combat in the Zealot's hands, even though your charge doesn't buff range damage much anymore, it will still buff your secondary, like your special attack with the shotgun. So it's a kind of like a little butt, right? Hit him with the butt of your gun. So normally it does 126 to maniacs, right? It does buff that special attack. So 270 you know, not a huge increase, but still will work. Will combo nicely if you can charge at them, butt them, shoot them. Not horrible, right? It's definitely not a horrible combination. And then, of course, you can pair. This is what I was talking about before with the high single target damage build with like a veteran, or what with a zealot, the Indignatus MK3 Shock Maul. I believe that's what it's called. So it opens up with a side sweep, and then every continued heavy attack is from overhead. So it still does really decent damage. This is a purple one. I couldn't get it to gold in time, but still. You see the potential with it. It does have the cattle prod attack. And pretty decent damage on it. It does have quite a bit of potential to do a lot of damage when you mix it with the charge on Zealot. And then of course you go a bleed build very easily with this weapon. I can see it doing well on Psyker as well. So some really good capability already with these weapons in the new update, the Secrets of the Machine God. I will probably, as I figure out more blessings, you know, we'll find more blessings and figure out more builds that go along with these weapons to kind of complement them. Probably make some videos on some decent builds that you can try out. But yeah, that's it for the showcase. I really hope that you enjoy the Secrets of the Machine God. The new song is pretty cool. I don't think that it plays for long enough, in my opinion. It just kind of plays, like, I think twice throughout the new map. But we will see Swagger again, they said, so hopefully we either get new music or we hear more of that song. And who knows where Swagger might take us. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know how you feel about the new update. And I'll be back soon with another video. Have a good night. See ya.